You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Good day to you, sir.
Hey, good day to you guys. How you doing? Doing all right?
Fantastic.
Tuesday.
Y'all
It's a
ready for
fabulous
this?
Tuesday.
It is, man, and time just keeps marching on. It's fantastic. Tony Basil.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Mickey.
Mickey. You know, she did have that one hit song, which certainly put her in the spotlight, but she has been the lead choreographer for so many movies. It's unbelievable. Apparently, she's pretty amazing at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still
Very good
working.
dancer.
And she is 77 today,
Wow.
by the way. Scott Baio.
Love Scott Baio.
Isn't he the Secretary of the Interior or something?
I still love
been.
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio, of course, Happy Days, his first appearance, Fonzie's cousin,
I think.
Yeah.
I think
I believe it was. Yeah, and then there was Charles in Charge.
Yeah.
And he had he was in another sitcom. What the heck
Joni
was
Loves
it?
Chachi.
Joni, yes.
Yeah.
And he really did for a while. They were like a thing.
Were they really?
Oh.
Chachi and Joni, and then Chachi dumped her.
Oh.
He's happily married these days, has a daughter named Bailey, and a net worth of about $6 million.
Nice.
Directing work these days. I'm going to hang a hard left here, but it is all true. All you got to do is look it up. Happy birthday to Bilbo Baggins
Wait a minute. What?
from The
that?
Hobbit, born this day in
Oh, from
1290.
the Hob. Okay.
Not making that up. So, Bilbo, wherever you are, happy birthday, buddy. It was 1692, John, and I know you love this period in history. The very last people this day were hanged for witchcraft.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, they strung up 8 of them. And then, you got to ask yourself why. Well, they were witches.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe. According to Tiger King, they weren't.
Yeah, somebody
nothing to do with Tiger
like
King.
right after this day where they basically hanged 8 people, somebody went, maybe we want to take a different direction.
We might want to check into
How do we
this
know
a
they're
little
witches?
further.
Well, they said they're not, and that's exactly what a witch would do.
Oh, let's see. It was 1994, the NBC sitcom premieres, little thing called Friends.
I remember that.
Day. And in 1920, and this is an amazing story, boy. It's been gone down in history. There's been movies about it and everything else. This day, 1920, Chicago grand jury convenes to investigate charges that 8 members of the White Sox baseball team conspired to fix and throw the World Series. Yeah, some of those guys show up in Field of Dreams. And that the big one to me is Shoeless Joe Jackson,
He was in Field of Dreams.
who was amazing. And of course, shortly when this thing got going and started getting traction, they were referred to as the Black Sox. And that is where the expression having to do with Shoeless Joe Jackson comes from. You say it ain't so, Joe. He was coming out of a courtroom, and one of his little fans looked at him with tears in his eyes. Said, "Say it ain't so, Joe." And it wasn't on Joe's behalf. Joe was not guilty, but he was found guilty. He never played again. So that's kind of too bad. So I know now, you know now, we all know, and we can just forge ahead and get this done.
Let's do it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you take Viagra or Cialis, call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Call 800-214-7977. 800-214-7977. 800-214-7977. Again, that's 800-214-7977.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
And a fine new morning to you two little snuggle bugs. Norm, you're looking average. Heidi!
Ranger Dan.
Oh, Heidi, I've been thinking I kind of value my breath, so I'd appreciate if you'd stop taking it away.
That was a good one.
I am smooth as a fresh jar of Skippy. Mailbag day, always an important day.
Oh, yeah.
Mail piles up around here, and I like to get pretty much as darn many as we can. I thought this one was pretty pertinent to this time of year. Dear Ranger Dan, love your show. I'm pretty excited about this, Ranger Dan. This will be, although I do enjoy camping and hiking and fishing, been doing it for years. This will be my first go at pheasant hunting.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I took the time and I went on the old South Dakota Game Fish and Parks website to get myself familiar with the rules and the regulations and the dates and everything else that I would need to know. And, whoa, golly, a lot going on there, Ranger Dan. Pretty confusing, as a matter of fact. Now, apparently, there's different dates for youth season, different dates for residential-only season. It's different for the traditional season and non-residents of coming into the States, all kinds of stuff going on there. Plus, I'm not real clear on the public versus private versus preserve hunting lands and just what the heck is road hunting anyway. Plus, I saw an article on limits, and I'm not sure if the state bag limit is what it was at 3 birds, or did they up it to 4, or if it's just a combination of 15 birds or a total of 20, or what the heck is going on? Now, you being an expert South Dakota Ranger, and may I add, ruggedly handsome,
Oh, my.
Nice.
I'm sure you can clear this stuff up for me and help make my first pheasant hunt a huge success. Signed, your biggest fan, Bernice, call me Bernie, Lindquist.
Nice.
Oh, Bernice.
Thank you, Bernie. That is a great letter, and I got to tell you what, that is packed with great questions. That's all the time we have. Big limits, private land. Bernie, you're killing me. This is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Nobody wants to buy car insurance. It's not a fun thing to think about, but it's something you need if you want to drive your car. So even if you don't want to buy insurance, you probably have to get it from someone. So why not buy it from InsuranceChicken.com? Okay, I'll admit, our website name is dumb. InsuranceChicken.com. Yeah, our marketing department is not that great. But our selection of insurance options is amazing. See if we can save you money each month on our dumb website, InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com. Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Lukewarm Tap Water.
Tap water.
And speaking of drinking, again, we mentioned, I think it was yesterday, West Mall 7 has got themselves a malt beverage license. Apparently,
Yeah.
in the near future, you'll be able to get yourself a brewski. They're going to the movie. So there
I'm
you
going
go.
to try to convince Heidi to go to the movie with me tonight. That'll probably help if she can drink.
Fantastic. That brings us to this. Cracker Barrel restaurants, of course, known for having big groups of people come in for their Sunday brunch specials. And pretty darn soon, you're going to be able to get yourself a beer, a wine, or one of them fancy uptown mimosas.
Are they making? They're getting a liquor and beer, or beer, just a beer license?
They test marketed it in a couple other states. Now, keep in mind, they have over 600 Cracker Barrels around the country. And it went so darn well, they've decided to bust this bad boy open
So you're
and
telling
throw it in
me
all stars. So
those folks that go to Cracker Barrel want to get liquored up.
I think by the first of the year, you'll be able to get
Probably beer and wine,
alcohol with your chicken and dumplings, your biscuits and gravy.
Oh, their biscuits are good.
That kind of surprises me. You wouldn't
Doesn't
think
seem
that
like the
that's
right
really
fit.
the right demographic.
Although, would
Are
you
you
be
kidding?
shocked?
Do you know who drinks a lot of hooch? People in retirement homes.
Well, would you be shocked if you walked up and one of the rocking chairs on the front had somebody sitting there drinking a little moonshine? I would not be surprised. That would be a comfy, cozy place to do that.
Yeah, they ran this up the flagpole in Florida, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and it was a huge hit. So
I can see that.
All right.
It's just a little different when you first think about it, because I think of them for breakfast. That's what we usually go there for.
Well, it says this edition will be available at most of their locations by the end of the year.
Oh, so I can't necessarily take Heidi there.
Well, they've got
interesting.
660 locations, and I can't imagine Sioux Falls won't be one of them, because you cannot swing a dead cat in this town without hitting a glass of booze.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Sure would love to go have a fancy meal, but not if there's no booze involved.
This is one happy municipality, I'll tell you what.
Everybody likes to get their drink on. That got awkward quick.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Well, thank you for that update.
But there's a number of restaurants where you wouldn't think that actually do have a malt beverage license. They just don't advertise it.
Well, and
you go in some sit-down restaurants in this town and go, can I get a beer? And they'll go, well, yeah, although you don't even know they have it. It's kind of weird.
It's a huge difference between a liquor license where you sell liquor.
Oh, world of difference.
And a beer and wine license.
World of difference.
Huge difference in the price, too. Hundreds of thousands, like $100 and some $1,000 difference in the cost of getting one.
Oh, a lot more than that. If you own a liquor license, you own it. You can sell it for whatever you want.
Right now, we have several that are not being used, though.
And I think the last time, because I owned a bar several years ago, and at that time in the county, I think if there was one available at that time, it was like $125,000 or $150,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if I had one and wanted to sell it, I'd say, you know what, that's $500,000, man. You can sell for whatever you want.
If somebody's willing to pay that, yeah.
Yeah, because they only make so many available, and it's based on per capita. It's based on population, essentially.
There's several not being used currently in Brandon, and I think there's some right now available in Sioux Falls. Almost positive.
There could be. I just
had this conversation with somebody, and I'm almost positive they have some available right now that are not being used.
Yeah, because, as you're well aware, I tend not to imbibe anymore.
I know. I'm proud of you, by the way.
Well, I drank too much once for 40 years.
Once for 40 years.
See what I did there? That's what I did there.
Hey, Dan, maybe tomorrow we can arrange an intervention for Heidi.
Yeah, right. I think everyone needs an intervention for something. I tend not to judge. I don't have a dog in most fights. So
there you go. Well, hey, thanks for that update, man.
Absolutely.
Got some good news coming your way, and we're going to get to a little entertainment news before the day is done. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. The new way is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-659-7805. That's 800-659-7805.
Time now for our bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. Our bright spot today shines on the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. And on the line right now, we have Claire Sestral. Claire, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, this event is going to be a virtual event this year, which is really kind of a cool thing because now you can have people on your team from literally anywhere in the world. They can help do fundraising. They can be a part of the fun. And then the event itself is all going to be virtual. It's going to be online. And it's the first year they've ever done this, which is really kind of a different way to do things, isn't it?
It is. It'll be fun to see everyone from here in North Dakota and Florida and wherever your family is. It'll be fun to see everyone come together for this event now that it's virtual.
Absolutely. Now, this is something that's near and dear to you. Tell us how you're connected to this.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years ago this month at the age of 27. So this is really important to me. When I was diagnosed, I thought I was too young. I didn't know anyone my age with breast cancer. And so to find a community that could walk me through all the things that come with having breast cancer, the treatment, the financial strain, just the community sense was really nice. And I found that in Susan G. Komen Great Plains. And
this is something that most people listening have no idea what it's like to hear those words, you have cancer. What was that like when you found that out? What was the first thing you thought of? I was shocked. I had been to a few doctor's appointments, but I thought, false alarm, no big deal. And it was really hard. I didn't really know how to tell anyone. It was kind of embarrassing. You know, you don't think at 27 you'll have breast cancer. So to have to share the news with everyone, it was hard. But the more I talked about it and the more I could share my story, I noticed something happening. I noticed that people were saying, hey, maybe I should check, maybe I should go to the doctor, things like that at a younger age. So from then on, it just kind of helped snowball into this effect where I can share my story and hopefully we can find cancers earlier in the younger ages. And what a great impact that can have on your circle of friends. If you can be the reason that they get tested early and find out early and, get ahead of this thing. That's just a really great thing. Yeah, that's our hope and our plan. So
the more that I can help, the greater I feel about it.
And the event, once again, is coming up in September. It's September the 27th for the South Dakota Walk. But once again, it is a virtual walk, so you can literally do this from anywhere. So for anybody listening that's going, you know what, I would kind of like to participate in this, the website is ComanGreatPlains.org. Again, ComansGreatPlains.org. And I'm going to throw all the information on there. There's no fee to have a team. They just ask for you to make a donation. So the donation can be whatever you'd like. Have you had a team for this event in the past, Claire?
I have. This will be my third year as a team captain, and I just encourage everyone to register. It's free this year, and we are just trying to raise those crucial funds so we can keep this mission going. And the bigger the teams, the better, and we're just hoping that you can post to Facebook and Instagram and all your social media accounts just to walk where you are. And even if it's not the day of the September 27th date, you could do it tomorrow. You can do it next week. It's just kind of a fun thing that in September we're going to show that we're walking where we are for breast cancer.
And on social media, put hashtag walk where you are. And then Susan G. Komen Foundation, they've got a lot of people that do this around the country. There's over 1 million people who participate in this around the country, different Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk events. But the one in South Dakota, September the 27th, is the actual day that it has always been in the past for the in-person event. So we're going to keep that date for the virtual event as well. And that's the day that they're going to have kind of the online ceremony and all of those things. But like Claire just said, you can walk when you have time. So if maybe that day isn't a great day for you, but you can do it between now and then, do it between now and then. Use the hashtag walk where you are and raise some money to help with this amazing cause fighting breast cancer. And again, Claire, thank you so much for your story, and thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch.
Yes, thank you so much.
And the website, once again, if you would like to make a difference, a very positive impact, the website is ComanGreatPlains.org. I'm going to throw a link to that on our social media today as well. Thanks for listening to today's Bright Spot of News, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls.
If you take Viagra or Cialis, call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Call 800-214-7977. 800-214-7977. 800-214-7977. Again, that's 800-214-7977.
Time now for a little entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. And you want to spend every waking moment of your life paying them homage.
Of course.
Homage. With a silent H. Homage.
Or is it homage?
Well, let's see. NFL ratings are suffering anywhere from 10 to 25%, depending on what game we're talking about.
You know why that is?
Same period last year. I didn't ask John. The Emmys were the other night, and wow, the Emmys tanked.
Oh,
huge.
big time.
Because nobody's home these days. Everybody's out doing stuff.
Big time.
Big
It's not
time.
really the case.
Key demographic, adults 18 to 49. The televised version drew just 5 million and some change.
Yikes.
Many people are still like locked down in their homes with everything closed and they have nowhere to go, and these things are still tanking.
Wow. Okay, last year marked the lowest of the low for TV's Emmys. That one had a 33% decline. It's not looking good, but I don't know. The story I'm reading, it is giving kudos to the number of celebrities, and it doesn't say who said what. And I actually missed it because I don't know.
Because didn't want to watch it?
I was doing something else entirely.
You're watching the Hallmark Channel.
But according to the article, and they're actually giving kudos to all the powerful political statements that were made. And so I look at the NFL and I look at the NBA and I look at these award shows, and I'm no marketing genius. Maybe people aren't tuning in for your particular stand.
Exactly. Nobody
ideologies
cares.
and politics, but that's just, I could be completely wrong.
It's very possible.
Completely wrong. So, yeah, that's all I've got, man. That's all I've got. Again,
That's quite a bit, though.
Apparently, Schitt's Creek won all kinds of stuff, and
I actually loved that show.
Okay, and I have been following a couple of those actors for years.
Yes.
Now, here's the funny thing. Well, I'm not going to say the name of that show again on the radio, but I was in a group, a broadcaster group, that went on and on and on about, like, back and forth, whether we could say the name of that show on the radio.
You can.
Because of what it is. And
it's their last name.
But I know, but that's where they're saying, I don't think you can. And then, so both sides of the aisle, there's one group saying you can absolutely say it on the radio.
You can say it.
Another one saying you can't.
So I missed that meeting because I just said it. I don't even think about it. But you're not going to catch me saying Chinese virus. So that meeting I was at.
Now that you know that, do you feel bad for saying that on the radio?
I don't even have a corner to stand in anymore.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. I think it's well, they were saying that they should have named it something different because people can't.
It was
say
a great show, and yes, you can say it. You
All
can
right.
absolutely say it.
It was funny. It's very. Is it done? Is it over now?
There's only one season that I don't believe is out yet. This is the final season. So if it is out, I haven't seen it yet. So
funny stuff. Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go call our FCC attorney. And
I'm
see
glad
if we're
I could clear nothing up.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by Lukewarm Tap Water.
Tap water.
If you have a credit card, our friends at BetterCreditCards.com would like to make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and then see what you get for points and perks. Then go to BetterCreditCards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money by getting a better credit card. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can check it out too at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com. Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. The equity market correction accelerated on Monday, with the major indices shedding more than 2% on an intraday basis. The total losses for the S&P 500 reached 10% at the low of the day. But there is good news. The daily low coincided with an important support target, and so far, at least buyers are confirming that support. On a technical basis, the broad market S&P 500 bounced from the low of the day, forming a hammer doji at key support target. The market may linger at these levels, but it looks like the bulk of the selling is over for now. The next hurdle will be the third quarter earnings report cycle, which gets underway later this week. Reports from the likes of Nike, Costco, CarMax, and FedEx will set the market tone for the next few weeks at least. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox daily at MarketBeatMinute.com.